place I have to be. Somewhere someone's got it worse. Wish I made it easier. And if I do not find somebody soon, I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down the city streets. All trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. It feels like a necessity. So this could be
just
the
past this wall is the
desert,
desert, huh?
huh?
Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Why does Paimon's voice, like, seem...
Enough gawking.
Oh.
Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Jump scare much.
Oh, Haven went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
We barely even know him. I mean, we knew him for like an hour, but... Wish that made it easier. Somewhere someone's got it worse. And if I do not find somebody, oh! I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down the city streets while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. It feels like a necessity. So this could be the death of me, or maybe just a remedy. So
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Forever, we'd be good together. I'll make you feel special, help you feel less stressful, fix the holes in your heart. It's what I wanted from the start. I got mental
There's no need to
issues,
thank me.
really miss
I've never
you,
cared.
the bloody
All I did
tissues
was
all
correct a
over
mistake
my
I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
Can you help me, because I'm gonna help you.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
It was in Save the World.
So you've already
Save the
landed
World
yourselves on
was,
the
not Battle
academia's
Royale.
headland. However, had I wished to turn
Save
you over to the
Fortnite Save the World
academia,
was.
don't you think you'd already be the Eremites'
No.
honored guests by now?
But, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
you do
that's
have a
like the
point.
beginning. That's when the
I have
demo
no
was
interest
out.
in running errands for that project. And these days,
No, I wasn't
you're
even
more
born in
fascinating than
2011.
anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still in. Everyone says the capsule, which brings me back to you. The leader of Einar Akhmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression to have that kind of reaction,
Can you
I
put
think
it
you
over
must
here?
have realized something. Are you interested at all in share?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources.
It's always better to travel with someone you know.
Are you gonna hurt me, please? Don't desert me, please. Don't desert me. All I wanna do now is... Oh, let's get it started. It's kind of funny how I have all of the desert unlocked. And we're basically just going to the desert. Somewhere someone's got it worse. Wish I made it easier. And if I do not find somebody, oh! I'll blow up into smithereens and spew my tiny symphony all up and down the city. Switch all time to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. It feels like a necessity. So this could be the death of me, or maybe just a better me.
Before us lies Aru.
Whoa.
On speed and enough. My game froze. Oh. Oh, cutscene. That normally means something cool. Dominic, you might want to watch.
Wow.
Whoa. What is that? Sino! Bro, you're literally missing the best part of the fight.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions.
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice.
Seems to me more like your own personal touch.
What is this?
Who is that? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
I honestly don't care.
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino. Head of all the Matra.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in all Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
Stop.
I urge...
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong?
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Yeah.
Very perceptive of you.
Stop.
Nothing escapes a Matra's
It's dead.
senses.
Why didn't you put that back up there?
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall
Shut
into the
up.
Matra's hands
Like,
in
you don't
World
have
War
any
I?
stuffed animals. I don't even use that.
No wonder you
I
speak
don't
with
even
such
use that
confidence, Sino. But I must admit,
Because it was.
I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia,
But,
are you
Grace,
all
I
alone
wanna
in
know
the
you-
desert?
I wanna ask you
As
a
far as
question.
I'm aware, the
Grace.
other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given
I wanna
a
ask you a
mission
question,
that,
come here.
if I was the real target of your mission,
Who?
what was stopping you
Who?
from simply using your authority and
Ask.
resources to judge me?
If I slept with the teddy bear. Who? Who asked? No, you
I
didn't.
should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look
Damn.
at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Well, Junior's are dead. So.
Great, finally someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Oh, Dia's gonna beat you guys up.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm?
Another
I don't know.
sandstorm? What's up with these recently? Hey, Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Candace!
Someone's calling for us!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, or...
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Okay. Treasure, there's a treasure right there.
Yeah, this thing?
Yeah.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Yeah.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm
is
dies
hard.
down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Dominic. Don't you think this girl looks hot?
Our savior has come. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much.
I'm recording.
There's no
the
need
video.
to thank me. It's
Wow.
How am
She's
I a
so
bozo?
gentle and caring. Like a nice older sister.
all right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm. I was observing your and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility
that
to make
one and
absolutely
another one
sure
in
that you
my
pose
backpack.
no. So please, have an honest.
Did
and
you?
If anyone dares to start anything again while they
Yeah.
are under this roof,
It's right
I
there.
will not hesitate to send them out for some quality.
Oh,
I'm too lazy
thinking
to
that-
actually set it up.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but
I didn't know.
might have gotten a little
I
too
do have
involved
a-
just now.
wait. That.
I have nothing to hide. So there's no shame in explaining. While all Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen it
Yeah, bro. Don't say stupid. That's
a
about
little
right.
while ago. I discovered that there was data missing in the
It
Academia's
is,
project
bro.
planning and development. As General
Nah,
Mahamatra,
bro. Stupid.
I
Stupid
had
is
the
a bad word, bro.
responsibility and authority to require. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that
Wah, I'm
they were
killing.
cautious. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit.
Damn
The
it,
power
Mommy.
of the General Mahamatra is grand.
So they really.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage,
I'm
the vows
finishing
that
this
we took,
act.
the principles that we strive
Probably
to uphold,
like 6.
they are meaningless. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a
No,
chance.
it's
I will never
not.
give up on this.
Sino seems to have.
No,
Plus,
it's
now that
not.
he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see all hate?
When I was investigating the matter in the
That's
academia,
Ellie's hair.
I overheard a conversation. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an
gosh.
explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Oh, here's some!
After
Bruh.
all, the promised reward was so great that hardly
No,
any scholar
I
could have
used to.
refused. The sage told me.
The most
Did you?
enticing.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all.
Press the button.
Their words
Not
contained
back yet.
one key piece of information. From my perspective, so, had I been less.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you?
I'd already given up on the assignment so it came as quite a surprise.
Criminals do love to talk.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia.
Sure.
You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling...
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you.
Let's Google.
Hey Google, stop. Actually, hey Google, stop the timer and make a new one for 5 minutes. Stop in kitchen.
No.
I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged
Dominic,
its existence to be a
I'll
significant...
just do it when this ends.
After all,
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. That curiosity. Answer me this.
Say
Did the
have I not
you
made
can't say
myself clear?
unstop kitchen.
You and I are both distrusted by the
Hey
Academia.
Google, set timer for 5
Do you really
No.
think they would tell
No.
me anything?
Sure, 5 minutes. And hey, sure.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proved.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings.
Yeah, listen to one weekend.
And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to but then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from
Do you
there.
want to play hide and seek?
Is that all?
After I'm done with this.
Well, I will admit that definitely.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're
Creature?
fighting in a sandstorm is.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry.
The wind's died down. Candace still is...
When you put it that way,
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. It was pretty crazy. Actually, not really. But yeah, that was crazy. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are gonna be probably ending Act 3 and going like maybe halfway through Act 4. Got my water and my Pop-Tarts. The people left, so I won't be like having to talk to people a lot. You guys know that feeling when it just gets stuck on the geo thing?
Oh! Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier.
I have
but now I have
Candace,
something to take my.
but she's only level 20.
It's
so
been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Main
I'm
in
gonna
action.
level her up.
I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Surrender! Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned!
Damn.
Ready, steady, go! Let's dance. Here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up?
Like, fast.
Leave it all to me, as a dutiful maid would.
Oh my gosh, my
Yep.
sister's about to die. Dehydration?
Futile!
Let the show begin. Yeah. Oh.
You have to avoid it.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. Oh.
Surrender! Propagate!
I'll protect us. Hi. Oh. Hi. Oh. Hi.
Like, all my characters are basically dead.
Futile! Here! Yeah! So!
Oh no.
Sister.
No! How are you supposed to beat that? Because it
The
was like
creature stopped
dehydration.
appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the...
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert. But
I can't say they've always been common. But besides sandstorms, we also...
Another. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the.
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be...
Everyone in Aru village. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are.
does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So,
Alas, that's exact. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're
I've had encounters with those people.
The mantra, the...
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Oh, you're the former general.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these. But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful
trust
for the
Sino.
assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
I thought Dale was gonna be a 4-star, but she's gonna be a 5-star and probably like the next 3 banners.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title had the academia. When Mad Scholar initially, Aru village was struck. Suddenly, despite the powerful after that.
A soft green light? I would think so too.
In theory,
Oh, no wonder!
if you are able to draw so, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser.
No, it's not Lesser Lord Kusanali. The academia has always... In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a...
I've spent...
Good! Then you should...
That look in your eye. How can this be? To think, our archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to... But easier said... Excuse me, are you here to help? Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
His grandpa's a mad scholar.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
I would let him go.
So you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was.
Whoa. Ethan wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid.
Yeah,
All he wants
that's
is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him. Sorry.
What if it's
I was
Scaramouche?
only listening in.
All right.
I need to heal.
Sino, is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're
I think I
back
broke
already.
it.
We just wanted to confirm something with you.
Um,
Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes.
I don't see.
Although he tried his best to stay hidden, Isak's parents were, unfortunately,
What is?
later. An elderly
What is
man.
going
However,
on?
the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him.
Bruh.
One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars. The next morning, it's said that those who saw this, Isak was thrilled that his...
All this somehow just...
No, I can't.
Perhaps. It's also my reason for fighting.
Maybe the people have...
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more compatible.
I'm just stuck in that blue void. That'd be funny.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up! Let's go find your grandpa! Really? Wow! Thank you so much! Yeah!
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions.
What is that? Alright, yeah. I need to... This. Most of my characters are level. Only level. Oh yeah, I probably have enough for new gems. Oops. Yeah, at least get a list. I can level someone up though. My Candace is ascended to where I can level her up. I'm gonna level her up when I'm done leveling up my traveler.
Excuse me.
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other day,
Is
I
Isak
saw
just
one of
gonna
them
be
buy
there with us?
Okay.
anything.
The scholars that have gone missing.
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days, but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa?
No.
Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who... It still feels... Well, whatever.
Gotcha.
If by the end of this act we don't find his grandpa, or at least in Act 5, and if we don't find his grandpa, I'm actually gonna be so mad.
Sir?
Oh, well, if it isn't... The last time I saw him, he was pacing out...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. Well, I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned...
Wow, what? Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there.
Isaac. King Desra and the Three Magi. Wait, follow Sino, but I am Sino.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this still. You say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those city...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin.
Oh.
You heard what I asked.
You made Sino mad.
Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to...
Hey, go on.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me. Delavar also said that once the...
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical...
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking.
Like my math teacher?
And many... So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Bro, if they don't make Isak a 5-star character, he's gonna be the greatest of all time element. That's what his vision is gonna be. I'm telling you right now.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Oh, so he's not your real one.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say... But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I...
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
Wait.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Oh. But, I'm just following.
What are you looking for,
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the traces have been complete from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the...
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a... Hey! What's wrong with liking good...
Exactly. Most scholars are even deep within the clutches of...
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weak... Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Surrender!
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Like when you see your favorite...
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Al-Haytham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, not to mention making incense is it seems someone from beyond...
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia?
If it was any other... Didn't you say that the villager got it?
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the rat...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed but... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me. I need to go around and ask.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Sky...
Alright, sounds like a plan!
That guy was eavesdropping.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see any...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence.
Zach?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have...
Yes, how can...
Yes.
Futile!
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild
get scammed.
It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you... Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I'm a newly...
And you
So you and Delavar...
But you got one thing.
If that's the case...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are...
You're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
New punch. Judgment is upon you.
Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Your penance is due! You stand condemned!
You're open.
Nowhere to run!
Let's dance.
You're open.
Scatter! Nowhere to run! Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, and of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all... Okay, that should be all of them.
Nikocado hit his 700-pound milestone.
Wow! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru...
No task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple...
Oh! You mean the funny...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk. Alcohol has a way of making people share.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then... That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my...
Wow, what a genius idea! What?
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So,
Hmm?
about how Mercy...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The Radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's but I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the... This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just...
I think I'm gonna end the video here. See you in the next one.